you can hear me over the drums. We're at Castle Clinton National Monument.
It was a fort first. It became an open-air venue afterwards when they decommissioned it.
Okay.
It became an outdoor venue, a beer garden, a restaurant. They flew kites in here. They had fireworks.
Really?
They had the modern bands of his time. Any orators giving out speeches, they would come here.
Interesting.
It was fashion chic at its time. If you had any relatives that came through here when this was an immigration center, they came through that door. Okay, you're in the water now.
Uh-oh, you're in the water.
I'm in the water right now.
You're in the water
When
right
this was
now.
originally built.
When this was originally built. I'm standing on the little itty bitty wall that would encompass this around us.
Wow.
So this is actually the man-made island. That's actually the landfill.
Wow.
Back in 1807, 1811, 1812.
So the fort was on an island, man-made,
Man-made island.
and a small causeway went to the lower Manhattan,
Yeah.
and then water surrounded the whole fort. So more people passed through this immigration center
In 5 years
5 years.
than they ever did in 5 years at Ellis Island.
Wow. And you never hear about this one.
You never hear about
You
it.
always hear about that one.
Yeah, well, because that's the iconic Statue of Liberty at Ellis
Right.
Island. We own this big building. What are we going to do with it? Let's make it an aquarium.
I heard about that.
We're the biggest harbor in the world. We have all types of sports fishermen, commercial fishermen, and they're all bringing in all types of little stuff, and they're donating to us because we're the aquarium. Opening day of the aquarium, 30,000 people.
Is that an actual historical photo?
That is an actual historical photo.
Look at that.
In the day and age where we have all these guys that build fish tanks and all this good stuff here, the fish here, if they died, pull the carcass out, put a new one in.
Yeah.
If you look where the beluga whale is, does it look like that poor beast had enough room to move around?
The animal rights activists back then would have had a cow.
No, well, PETA was there. It was the people for ethical eating of animals.
Yeah, look at, you got basically a wading pool with a 150-ton whale
PETA
sitting in it. How many cannons do they have stationed here at the fort?
Shane.
28 cannon,
Shane.
10 cannoneers, 1 officer, and they would take boys a little bit older than Shane, about 10 years old, and they would call them the powder monkeys.
So they have this large building.
They have the
Do
aquarium.
they forget that the fort was originally there?
They forget the fort was originally there because they built onto the fort. So when he knocks it down,
With the intention to use this land to build a bridge, he discovers the fort, the original fort.
he has a problem because he's found Castle Clinton. I like it. Come on.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, look. Because these are also within the red sandstone walls. Come
Oh,
on
look
down.
at look at this.
What
Oh,
made these
man.
powder magazines unique is the concrete veneer. This was designed so if there was an explosion, all the explosive gases would be forced through that concrete veneer and vented out through the roof. So you could still operate the fort. You may not have gunpowder and whatever, but nobody died.
Oh yeah.
And this is original, what's left of the original heart of the fort other than the outside wall.
Wow. You saved the best for last. This is fascinating.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.